Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Prabhathalovesmovies. Today, I'll be talking about the new generation Telugu actors who are not confined themselves to just acting. These are Adavi Sesh, Siddu of DJ Tillu, Naveen Pollishetty, Vishwak and Kiran Abbavaram. All of them have written stories and screenplays. In the case of Vishwak, he also directed Falaknama Das, which released in 2019. This is a trend which has emerged quite strongly in the recent years, and it is quite a refreshing one. Let's begin with the most popular in this lot, which is Adavi Sesh. Adavi Sesh has written stories and screenplays for Kshanam, Goodachari, and the latest Major. There are more than one similarities that you can find in the storytelling of Adavi Sesh. Firstly, the hero is the savior. Secondly, all these three films have a strong mixture of thrills and emotions. For example, in Kshanam, his character is called from America by his ex-girlfriend played by Ada Sharma. She wants him to help in the search of her missing daughter. There are many twists and turns that keep you engrossed. In fact, a point also comes where you wonder whether the daughter really exists or it is a fragment of her imagination, as we are constantly told by the people surrounding Ada Sharma. But in actuality, the daughter exists, and it goes without saying that Adavishesh saves the day. Now, Shanam is not just a usual thriller, it has also got a strong emotional core. The writing of Adavishesh is watertight, and as audiences, you root for his character Rishi to succeed. In the film Goodachari, Adavishesh plays a young man called Arjun. Arjun is desperate to join the national agency, taking inspiration from his father. The single minded goal of Arjun is to serve the country, just like his supposed father. Arjun is successful in completing the training, but he soon gets entrapped in the murder of his own boss. Much like Shanam, Goodachari is also a mix of thrill and emotions. The speciality of Adeshesh's writing can be particularly seen in how he writes. At no point we see Vanel Kishore indulging in any kind of comedy, and that was refreshing to watch given the genre of the film. Major is a perfect example of how a familiar story can also be engaging if told well. Everyone knows that Major Sandeep Unnikrishnan was a martyr who died while fighting terrorists in the Taj attacks. But through Adivesesh's writing, Sandeep Unnikrishnan comes across as a complete human being and not just as a martyr. And this makes that protagonist more endearing to the audiences. Siddu had a rather disastrous start with Guntur talkies, but he soon found his calling with the romantic comedy Krishna and his Leela. The film had a direct digital release. Siddu co-wrote the story. The film was an entertaining romantic drama. Through his writing, Sidhu made the audiences connect to the tribulations of the protagonist, particularly the younger audiences. Sidhu was also successful in fleshing out well-edged female characters, which is not exactly every writer's cup of tea, professional or even otherwise. But the actor's biggest success easily came in the form of this year's TJ Tillu. This crime comedy has immense repeat value. The story and the dialogues, co-written by Sidhu, often leaves the audiences in splits. The freestyle acting of Sidhu made the dialogues even funnier. The third one is Naveen Pollishetty. Naveen Pollishetty made his Tollywood debut with a small role in Shekhar Kamla's Life is Beautiful. But things changed overnight with Agent Sai Srinivas Athreya, directed by Swaroop S. Raj. Naveen Pollishetty co-wrote the story of the film with the director. Agent Sai Srinivas Athreya starts off as this detective thriller but soon ventures into a very different zone. The film addresses the important issue of religious crimes and how the fears of the common man are exploited by some. This is a difficult tightrope to walk for any writer, but Naveen Pollishetty knocked it out of the park. It would be nice if Naveen Pollishetty writes more stories, whether it is for himself or someone else. With his very third film, Vishwak took the mantle of being the actor, writer, and also director with Falaknama Das. Falaknama Das was a remake of a Malayalam film. As the title suggests, this adaptation is set in the vicinity of Falaknama. Now, Falaknama Das is a film that takes all the boxes of a template crime drama. You have a youngster who wants to form a gang, but after some time he goes into business. However, the hot-headedness of the protagonist and his friends land them in serious trouble. Eventually, the hero gets out with a strong woman by his side. There isn't particularly anything part-breaking about Falaknama Das, but the film still doesn't bore you thanks to Vishwak Sen's narration. Authenticity about the film at no point the atmospherics come off as artificial. Vishwak Sen also created some wonderful supporting characters with particular mention to Uttej and Tharun Bhaskar. The dialect was also in perfect sync with the film. The last in this list is Kiran Abbavaram. Kiran Abbavaram wrote the story for S.R. Kalyana Mandapam. The actor tried to project himself as an all-round personality by writing a character that has varied elements of comedy, action, romance, and drama. The comedy and romance were still fine, but the mass fights led to some serious unintentional humor. This is all about the new gen Telugu actors who have not confined themselves to just acting and have written stories, screenplays, and also have taken up direction. Here is hoping that they continue to do this in the future, and hopefully they will knock it out of the park, just like Rishabh Shetty did with the Kannada blockbuster Kantara, where he played multiple roles.